So let's move past content and look at the advanced options. So underneath the advanced options, this is search engine optimization sort of things. You want to create a title for this page. The title will be looked at by the search engine bots, and they will index that, as well as a description. Now, the description is just a few sentences about this page that the search engines will use to display in the search results. And then keywords. Keywords will title, keywords, and description. All three will go into the meta tags for this particular page. But Google does no longer look at keywords, keyword meta tags. However, it's not a bad thing to put those in there because some search engines still use keywords. So you just put a common delimited list of words that relate to content on that page. Now over in the right column, you've got a status. Published will allow that page to show up on your site. And there's also a feature that allows you to set the time in which this page shows up. So you can set a start time and an end time for this page if it's timely content. However, this attribute of QDCMS requires a special implementation on your site. So if you're not sure about it, check with the support staff at Quantum Delta to see if you have this and if it's important to you. And you don't have it, you can always upgrade to that feature. So let's take a look at manage web pages, and let's look at an existing page they've already got set up. Here we'll look at the JBF concepts page. So one of the things I want to note here, and when you're editing a page, is it's just like adding a new page, except for it's got stuff filled in. But the other thing is, now that we've got this versions link over here, this is a drop down. It shows you all the different versions of this page. So what QDCMS does, every time you save or update a page, it creates a new version of that page. And when you click on it to edit it, it'll take you to the most current version of that page. So don't be afraid of messing something up, because it's really easy to go back to a previous version. All you've got to do is click your drop down and select that version. It'll reload the page with that particular version that you've selected. Now you can make changes to that version and save it, and it'll become the most current version of that page. So in regards to pages, let's take a look at inserting images. We haven't covered that yet. So first thing I want to do is put my cursor where I want my image to be inserted, and I'll click the insert image icon on the WYSIWYG toolbar, and I'm going to click browse server, and this shows me the images, the image galleries for my site. So I'll pick something I want, and now underneath image gallery, it shows me small, medium, large, extra large, and ORG, which is original. So I'm going to pick the large size, and now I've got the width and the height, and I can adjust this. And since that lock is selected right there, it's going to constrain, it's going to lock my aspect ratio, which means as it scales that image up or down, then it'll scale it proportionally, which is awful handy. You can also put in a border, H space, which is horizontal space, V space, which is vertical space. Set the alignment attribute. Also give it some alt text here. Say OK, and it'll insert that image into our content. Now let's go back to the Manage Web Pages link within the Web Pages module, which will list our web pages for us. There's a few things I'd like to show you here, and that is how each page is listed, and we can click on that page to update the that particular page, to edit that page. We also have checkboxes. So if I click the checkboxes next to any number of these pages, I can click copy, deactivate, and delete. So if I hit deactivate for a particular page, it will change the status of that page, instantaneously. I can do that with multiple pages. If I hit delete, it'll actually delete that page and remove it from the interface. But if I hit copy, so if you've got a nice page that you really like, the way that it looks, and you've worked a long time on it, and maybe you even like the copy that you've written in that page, and you want to make a copy of that page and then just change it around a little bit rather than having to recreate it, you can click the checkbox for that page and just hit copy, and it'll copy that page for you. One final thing to note about web pages is it's important that each web page is named uniquely.